mudlarking here. We decided to do something a wee bit different today. So we're on the banks of the River Tay, where we're going to have a little bit of a dig around in the mud.
And we had a quick look around, and I found a couple of pieces of glass and a pottery base and also a small piece of Scottish agate, which I collect.
Cool. I can't be sure, but I think what I've just seen is a piece of bonfire glass, and now the shadow has just come over the sun, and I'm not sure if I can see it again.
Might you have seen that bit of seaweed over there?
No, not that. Here, there it is. Now what's that?
Oh, that is a piece of bonfire. A cute little nugget of bonfire glass, molten in the fire, finished off by the sea.
Cool.
I can see the tiniest piece of pottery here. Let's go try and dig that out. It's got a cute pattern, funny shape.
Yep. Cool. Okay, let's see if we can have a wee look further up. Then I don't know what that could be.
Looks like a marble. Deceiving little thing. There's a lopside brig.
I think Nicole's found a massive piece of milkglass.
Yeah.
The milkglass, I think it was popular, do you know when?
Well, I think some of these were tiles for countertops in shops. Vitrolite tiles. So this is probably, oh no, this is slightly bent, so I'm not really sure. It's either, well, I don't know, maybe a big container, but it's kind of awkwardly shaped, so maybe it was kind of half molten. It's a bit sharp, so I think we'll leave this here to kind of finish off in the sea.
Okay.
It's probably really old, but it's quite sharp, and it's not really been in the sea, so it might have been buried between the rocks for a long time and only just kind of come to shore. It's thick, so it definitely is old.
Yeah, looks like an old piece of bottle, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'll be with Mark in
So we'll
here.
leave that though, because it's all shiny.
It's a bit sharp, yeah.
Except I now have seen a very shiny piece of the rim of an old jar by the looks of things. Maybe Nicole
Let's see.
can pick that up and we can have a wee look at that.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
Over here. Yeah, okay.
Definitely like a wee old jar, yeah?
Yeah. It's really nicely formed and really well protected as well. It's one of the amazing things about things that we find in this beach, or call it a beach, is that they're all really well preserved. Okay, so there's a nice wee piece of glass down here as well, and it's really well frosted. Unusual maybe for this beach.
Let's see. Oh, it's got a letter on it. Looks like a G. Letter G there, or C maybe, for creek.
Sure. So Nicole's found something over here. Let's go see what it is. An interesting piece of metal.
Yeah, it's beach metal. It looks like it might have been the surrounding of a door handle. Can you see it? It's just over there.
Now, yeah, it does. Are we going to take this out?
Yeah.
Look. Sorry, just a second. There we go. Now we can see it nice and clear. Awesome. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, you can see it still has a piece of paint on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Don't think there's any writing on it as far as I can see.
Well, maybe have a wee look.
Cool. No?
No writing.
No, it looks like, what material do you think it is?
It's
Copper?
brass. I think that's brass. Yeah.
Brass, yeah.
Brass door handles, door knobs.
Yeah. That's nice. Take
Very
that.
cool. I'm not sure what these objects are. Do you see these ones?
Ah, right. Wow. That looks like an axe. Top of an axe or something?
I don't think it's an axe. It may be part of a very heavy. I think that's the underside.
It's interesting. It's probably not something I would take. What's this?
Yeah, I don't know. Nicole's found some more stuff over here.
Yeah.
We seem to be finding quite a lot of metal today. Ah! Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah. But that would be, I don't know if that's like part of a pipeline or an electrical pipe. Let's take that. Can we take that back?
Yeah.
I like it. It's very sort of like a
Steampunk.
Very steampunk, isn't it? That's cool. Let's have that. That's brilliant. Right, so you've just found something at your feet there, a bit of plastic.
I think it's plastic, yeah.
Okay, maybe old Bakelite? I think it could be Bakelite. Oh, you can see through it, it's translucent.
Aha. I think that needs a good soaking. It's really soft and it's brown. So it's really nice piece. Probably an old cleaning product bottle.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. We'll clean that up when we get back.
Yeah. What a cool piece.
Yeah, finding some cool things here today. It's cool.
Bolt. I don't know, maybe a bolt.
That could be a boat, yeah. The reason I think that might be part of a bridge has to do with the fact that we are just within sight of the new Tay Rail Bridge. There's a bit of a story to be told about the old Tay Rail Bridge. We will have a look at that when we get back to the house. I think you just found a large piece of metal. We're finding a lot of metal today.
Yeah, I don't know what it's from. Shall we have a look at it?
Yeah, let's have a close look at that. I suspect it's part of a railing. Sorry, I'm going slow here because it's very slippy.
Just over there. I put the other piece next to it. Oops. I don't know what this is.
Do you think maybe part of an old fence or something?
Maybe of
I
a
mean,
motor block?
We're at the seaside, so I wonder. Yeah. Let's hope it's stable. They're really cool pieces. They remind me of the kind of old metal fences that you used to have in British seasides.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
The kind of thing that we still see in Blackpool today.
Yeah. So these things. This is really. I think that's.
Yeah, I think that's trapped underneath some rocks there. So
that one's to stay here.
we won't be taking that out. Don't move that. There's a big rock.
Don't think I
Please.
can. So I found a cool piece of driftwood. I think that's quite nice. I don't know what it looks like.
It's an intriguing shape.
Yeah.
Some really old glass. This one's covered in algae, but really thick, I think. Again, I think this is part of the same kinds of structures that we were finding over there a few moments ago. More steampunk stuff. No idea what that is. Obviously something to do with the industry, or at least electricity.
Right, well, that's a really nice kind of pendant piece. A bit of milkglass, a couple of pieces of blue. Looks like the top of a jar or a little bottle. That's really cute as well. Kind of textured, looks slightly lavender in colour. Just probably it was white, and then the sunlight changed the manganese content in the white glass, and it's now turned slightly lavender.
So I found this wee piece of pottery.
All right.
I'll let you have a wee look at that.
Interesting
well, it's
colour.
not that wee, I suppose. Not
No, no, it's kind of burgundy colour, kind of earthy wear. Interesting. Nice.
I think I've seen a piece of an old cream jar, but I'm guessing it's probably not. We don't know. I'm not sure. It's quite a pretty piece of pottery though. Looks like an old piece of jar to me. Quite thick, ceramic.
Could be a tile, could be a jar. That's cute. What's on it? A lemon?
It looks like, I don't know, a wee leaf or something maybe. That's cool. Like a bit of bottleneck.
Yeah, you find those a lot, don't you?
Yeah, that's my thing. That and little bits of blue.
And rare colours, yeah. Might it be bonfire? It looks a bit like it's molten.
It looks distorted anyway, whatever it is. It doesn't look like that was its original shape, but who knows? Funky. We're done today at the banks of the River Tay. We're going to head home and we're going to take a look at what happened in 1879 on the rail bridge over there. We'll see you there. It's been around a year since the last time that we actually visited that part of the Tay, and it's been really interesting to look at the kinds of things that we found today, because it's quite different to the things that we found before. We had always found metal objects in this part of the Tay though. Finding what appeared to be Victorian metalworks also made me think about the incredible engineering feats of the 1800s, not least so the Tay rail bridge that stood behind us a short distance from where we were today. That rail bridge that we see today is actually the second rail bridge to span the Tay. I read about the first one in a book about haunted places when I was just a child. The original bridge that spanned the Tay only stood for 18 months before tragedy struck it on a winter's night in 1879. Sunday the 28th of December 1879 started off as a calm winter's day, at least according to reports given by the ferryboat captain that day. By early evening, a strong westerly wind had picked up and it was stripping slates off the rooftops in the city of Dundee, and it was blowing hard across the River Tay. By 7:13 p.m, when the Edinburgh mail train arrived at the signals at Wormit on the south shore of the Tay, the winds had become savage. The train bound for Dundee on the other side of the bridge left Wormit signals travelling slowly while the signalman watched the red tail lights disappear into the darkness. With no sign of the train approaching Dundee station, the signalman walked and crawled his way along the bridge. As he reached the midpoint of the bridge, he saw that a large section had fallen and had taken the train and its passengers down into the icy waters of the Tay with it. Several vessels went out that night and searched, but they failed to find any survivors from the 72 passengers and crew known to be aboard. Since then, many have reported seeing a light coming across the Tay before vanishing suddenly into the night, and others have reported hearing the sounds of screams coming from the Tay each year on the 28th of December. If you find yourself in Dundee today, you can take a walk towards the Victorian rail bridge that stands there. On the path you will see a memorial commemorating the event that I've just described, and you'll also see the place where the first bridge touched shore at Dundee. If the tide is low, you can even still see the foundations of the central pillars where the bridge fell into the Tay that night between Christmas and New Year in 1879. Thanks to everybody who's watched this video, and especially to everyone who's subscribed to the channel. It means a great deal to us that you do that. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And if you enjoyed any aspects of this or would like to see more about anything that you've seen in any of our videos, please leave us a message in the comments and tick like. We'll see you next time.